What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes and welcome to episode number 2 of my career mode series with Blackpool. I want to start off by saying, guys, if you do not enjoy career mode, there's absolutely no need to watch this. Do not worry though, there will be consistent ultimate team coming up daily. That is not going to change, but I just wanted to play this a little bit as well. It's relaxing and I enjoy it. I wanted to share it with you guys because, hey, some of you guys might not have taken a look at this for a long time, and believe me, I didn't even think about career mode. When I thought about what I might be doing for FIFA 13, career mode was one of the last things that I even thought about. But we're getting into it. Then I'm trying to show you all of the mess that I go through with signings. We're trying to sign Samuel Umtiti. I saw a lot of comments in my first one saying, this guy has this number potential. This guy has this number potential. I would actually prefer if we didn't leave those comments. You can definitely leave players that you'd like to see me try to go after eventually, but for the most part, I kind of think it's more fun to play, to scout essentially the players yourself and be like, hey, you know what? I actually personally think that this guy's going to do very well. Now, I know there are websites that I guess you can go to find out what a player's potential is going to be, but I just don't see that as being the most fun way of going about it. Sometimes you make poor decisions as a manager, as your own scouter, in the players that you want in your team selection. I think that's all part of it, and I think that's what adds to the overall experience here. And I decided to go out and I needed a left back, and we went for Mavinga. I did a lot of other players to this. I tried to get Mikel from Arsenal on a season-long loan with a future fee. That was pretty darn cheap, but Arsenal was keen to keep him, so that didn't happen. I went for Borvin, a striker from the Norwegian league. That didn't happen. Aiden White, though, I figure we might be able to get him. He's an end power player. We might just have to give up a little too much. Maybe an older player, and we should be good to go. But we can give up Kevin Phillips and 1.1 mil, and we have Samuel Umtiti, and our striker situation right now is okay. We have Delfonso, but if he gets injured, we could be in a little bit of trouble. There's a guy on the bench whose name is escaping me right now, but I'm pretty sure I can sign a couple cheap strikers up or get a couple on loan to fill that void just for this season until maybe we get a little bit more cash and see where we can get from there. But we go into our first match against Al Nassr, a team from the Saudi League, and there was really nothing to talk about in this match because literally we go in, players warm up, played for a little bit, and the match ends. There was nothing exciting about it. It was one of those games, the 4-minute halves, boy did they go by quickly, and it ends 0-0, and that was fine with me. It was a preseason match. I kind of got to test out some of the players that I bought, see what I thought about some of the other players in my side. Really thrilled now to have a few of the players, and Bremen doesn't look like they want to sell on their left back, and that's fine. But what's his name again? Valeja, he does very well and in the first match, and I very much enjoyed playing with him, so he looks like he's going to be an exceptionally strong buy for us, which I'm happy about. Obviously, Umtiti, we just got to sign him up now. We do have the wages. We're going to go ahead and keep it at 6,000 and just tell him that, you know what, you're going to be a crucial first-team player for us because he is. I will play him over Ian Evatt. They're within one rating point of another. Evatt is on the, the decline in his career. Umtiti is only gonna get better, and Leeds is still telling me that I can kind of go away, that Aiden White is their player and they're just not interested. But I did just sign Umtiti, so I figure, hey, if Craney doesn't work and they're not just looking for a left back replacement, maybe I'll send Evatt their way because I'd like to get the wages back, and Evatt probably isn't gonna play. I'm happy with what my center backs look like right now, and so I'm not really worried about having to keep another one. I have a couple that that I think will last. I've also got a big CDM whose name is escaping me right now, but he can slot in at that center back spot fine for me, and because I'll be playing, probably 75% of the matches, I'd say I will sim games on just like this one right here, and the simulation stuff in career mode is it's kind of addicting. You watch the stuff happen in the top right of the screen and you're like, oh my gosh, please score, and Phillips gets the goal for us there. Go ahead goal there. 90th minute, it's going to end 1-0, and Matt Phillips with the winner. He's turned out to be a great player, but he did miss a penalty in the match, which was beyond frustrating. Middlesbrough makes an offer for Angel Martinez, which I was thrilled about. That just meant extra cash, but being the frugal and sometimes a bit greedy manager that I think I might be turning into here, I'm going to go ahead and, they sent it over before and I upped it by too much, and they said no, that is too much for him. I only upped it by 150,000, but they just seem to deem that to be too much. We now have Samuel Umtiti, which is excellent. We're down to 700,000 coin budget though, which is quite small, but we have the center back that we want, and Aiden White, apparently they're saying, hey, you know what, McCraney might be the guy for us, but because my budget is literally 700,000, I'm forced to try to put another player in there to try to go ahead and get the left back that I want. And I first try with Ferguson because he's a 73 rated player. He is on the decline in his career for sure. And, you know, I'd be okay with that. And just on the screen there, Bayern is interested in Tevez, which was bizarre to me. But that means that Mario Gomez has more than likely sold on. And he will eventually sell on to Chelsea, which is shocking, actually. Because Torres, Gomez, Hazard, Oscar, Mata. Come on, Chelsea, you need to relax. But I decided to ask the board for a few more funds so I could make sure that I could get Aiden White. Just ask for 10,000 more. I was curious to see if they'd even give that to me, and then if they did give that to me, maybe I'd ask for a little bit more, and maybe in small increments I could kind of weasel a little bit out of them. But the board is like, absolutely not. You are a new manager. You've had plenty of money. You've already sold a bunch of players. You've already bought a bunch of players. Or actually, I haven't really sold a bunch of players, but you bought a bunch of players, and that's just not going to fly. But we do another simulation here against Dundalk as the clock ticks away, and I'm sitting here eagerly watching this going, oh my gosh, please score, please score. Delfonso gets us a goal there in the 24th minute, and I'm thinking, all right, one more and we're good. One more and we're good. They miss a penalty. Deco comes on and he gives us a goal, and he's actually turned out to be quite a good player. Umtiti, in his friendly debut, gets a red card. I was thinking, oh no, what kind of player have I bought? Have I made a mistake? Is he going to be the right man for the job for us in the future? We end up taking a 2-0 victory, which is fine, which is good, but I'm not super confident in the way my squad performed right there, and Leeds is still just uninterested, and they're saying, hey, if you increase your sum, that's cool. We're, you know, Ferguson we'd like to have. I thought, well, I can't increase that. We'll just try to send another player their way, and this is eventually when we say, you know what, I'd really thought about Cathcart, but Cathcart's great, man. I'm going to keep him, and he already improved a few points, I think. You know, if I go to squad update or whatever it's called at the end of this, and he's already improved a few points, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Now it's a selection dilemma. Apparently, because Deco played well in the last game, I am now going to be in a dilemma of whether or not I play him. And that's fine. You know, that's the job of a manager. That's what I want to see. And we send our 55 rated 19-year-old, 100,000 pound valued keeper out. And that's fine. We get another transfer offer, though, but Ludovic Silvestre is out for 5 months with a broken tailbone. I could not believe that. Berisha making his debut. I'm making my debut. Umtiti said, don't you worry, coach. Have some faith. Boss, I am going to be your guy. Deco says, hey, I thought I had a pretty good preseason. I'm on the bench. Put a little faith in me and put me in the lineup. And I thought, you know what? We'll see what the lineup looks like. We'll check it out, and I think we'll be able to get you into the squad. And I wasn't sure who I was going to take out. We're going to go ahead and we put Deco in instead of Ince, and Ince is probably our best player on the team in actuality, other than Delfonso, but Ince and Phillips are probably the best too. I think Ince is worth the most, so I'm going to guess that he's got the highest potential. We put Vilhena in, Moralia, and Berisha, 3 new signings taking up our entire midfield. We go to player roles, and I don't want my 17-year-old kid being the captain. I give that to my keeper, who I know is pretty experienced. We've got Baptista and Umtiti in at center backs, and we've got all of the lineup sorted out, and on to the match we go against Burnley in the first round of the Capital One Cup, which I thought this was actually the first match of the season when I first looked at it. I didn't even realize it was the Capital One Cup, and so I was like, gotta get things started. Well, Vilhena to Berisha steps inside, and what a strike from the signing from Red Bull Salzburg. 36-minute goal. I was pumped at this point, especially after having played the team from the Al Nassr from the Saudi League before and not being able to score. I was, career mode's going to be an adjustment. I'm going to have to get used to playing playing against the computer. And Berisha slots it away or drills it into the back of the net wonderfully. And again, Deco rewarding me. What an over-the-top pass this is from Phillips, and Deco's going to nod it by his keeper. 2-0, 45th minute. Well on our way to moving on and progressing into the next round of the Capital One Cup, which is what it is all about. Also, want to say thank you if you guys are still watching this. I try to make these longer because my path to powers can be a bit shorter. If that's something that you enjoy, let me know in the comments down below. I'll gladly kind of tailor this to what you guys are looking for, because I know there's some diehard career mode fans and there's some people that are definitely after watching this, and so I want to cater to you guys and cater to what you're looking for. Phillips working again inside. Delfonso using his pace, plays in Phillips, and Phillips is going to go ahead and cross it in, and there's Deco rewarding me for playing him and keeping him in the lineup. 69th minute goal, a little bit of dirty talk, but 2 goals for the man that said, hey coach, let me play, and on we get with the reward for putting him in. And I was thrilled at this point, man. 4-0, I was pumped up because I struggled against Al Nassr, and I'm not even gonna lie about it. And Vilhena had like a 9.9 rating, which is fantastic. 14 of 15 passes completed, 8 of 8 dribbling, an assist for him. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We get an offer for a season-long loan for our 22-year-old keeper. Sure, send him on out. That is fine with me. I'd be shocked if we really need more than 2 keepers in our side. So that is where we are going to leave it. Umtiti turning it on. The press is saying, what a stunning performance from the new center back signed for Blackpool from Olympique Lyon. He only sent me back like $1 million or so, which isn't too bad. Deco continues with his excellent preseason form. The press is just patting me on the back, and I am thrilled with that, and they're loving Deco right now. It's too bad that he's on loan. Maybe we'll have to try to sign him up at the end. And then there's Vilhena shining in his debut. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, a like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.